And there we go. Back at it again. Doing it all. This is going to be my really fucking shitty ranking of NFL teams going into the 2024-2025 season. Let's start off with the Bills. I said last year they were an A, going to drop to a B. Lost Stephon Diggs. I mean, Josh Allen's the fucking man, and I do believe in Cooks, but I think their defense is shit, or at least it's gotten worse. He's not throwing to Diggs anymore, so he lost Gabe Davis. He's just not a lot of options, not a lot of proven options. So I'm gonna give a B tier. I'm gonna put the Dolphins right next to them. Dolphins, they're gonna beat up on bad teams, and they're gonna lose out to good teams, just like the Cowboys. But yeah, kind of tragic. Patriots. I don't even know what they added, to be honest. I'm gonna put them in the F tier. They were trash last year. They got a rookie QB who might be able to turn the team around, but they're not going to be good. They're not going to be playoff contenders. Jets, another B tier team. If Aaron's healthy and he's playing at a semblance of how he used to play, if Aaron Rodgers is doing that, I mean, Breece Hall's a beast. Their defense is good. There's a lot of upside. Who knows? But I can't give an A because you never, I can't. I just can't. Ravens will go. I mean, last year was their year. They added Derrick Henry, and he's old for a running back, but when you're that elite, age doesn't weigh on you like it does for lesser running backs. I'll put him in the S tier, but if they don't get it done this year, can I put them in the S tier? I don't know if I can. I might revisit that because they don't have historic playoff success. I don't know. Leave them there for now. Bengals in the A tier. Joe Burrow's healthy. I think Jamar Chase is going to do it. I think they have a lot of options. I think they'll be good. I'm excited to see those Bengals. Browns in the C tier. Do I want to put them in the C tier? I don't think so. I think Deshaun Watson's trash. I love Amari Cooper. I just don't. Deshaun Watson, what I've heard from various sources like on the internet, so maybe not reliable, but apparently he can't run an NFL offense. He just can't. He can't be that team leader. He's back. I don't think he's going to make a huge impact. I could be wrong, but that's just what I think. Also in the D tier are the Steelers. They should be F. They should be F. But the Steelers are the most blessed team in NFL. I think Russ is a bust. They got him for nothing. That's why they took him. I think they're only paying him $2 million. $2 million for a starting quarterback? Broncos are still footing the bill. I think they should go with Justin Fields. Not that they're going to let him play more than half the snaps because they have to give the Bears a higher draft pick. I don't really know what they have going on for them, but like I said, they're blessed. Texans, they could do a sophomore slump. They added Diggs. He's a diva, but if he's producing, he's producing. They have so much talent with Nico Collins. They have a lot of talent in the wide receiver room. So much so that they cut Noah Brown, who I've actually met in real life before he even played in the pros, which was cool. He they have so much wide receiver talent. So I don't. There could be a sophomore slump, but I think they're going to be an elite team. The Colts. I want to say low B, but then who am I going to put in the C tier? And here's the deal with the Colts. I'll put them in low B. Anthony Richardson's healthy. If he can play, I can't. I can't put him in B tier. I hope and I think, and I can't remove him from B tier now. I don't know what's going on. Anthony Richardson, I think, is going to be a really good quarterback, especially for fantasy leagues. Um, the Colts almost made it to the playoffs with Garner Minshew as the quarterback, which is pretty insane. I think they're a team to watch. They're, I think they'll make it to the first round of the playoffs and get out. I think they're a good team. That being said, nothing's guaranteed. Richardson should be able to produce. Maybe he can't. I don't know. Jags, I'll put in the C tier. I mean, Trevor Lawrence needs to have a big season. Travis Etienne's great. I don't know too much about the Jags. I think they're just mid. Speaking of mid, Titans less than mid. Uh, who's on this team? Tony Pollard. Like, I don't have any faith in the Titans. Probably should put them in F. You know what? I'm gonna put them in F. Yeah. Putting in, I can't put the Broncos in C. I'm gonna put them in high D though. Bo Nix seems legit from the preseason games. Hopefully he does well, but they're kind of kneecapped with all the money that they're paying Russell Wilson to play against them. So yeah, I can't say they're above D. I just don't think going before the preseason, Broncos seems like the worst team in the league. Bo Nix has been having real nice flashes of success. Who knows? That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to put him in F for that reason. S tier, Kansas City Chiefs. I think everyone's afraid of the three-peat. Yeah, I mean, look, even if there's no one to throw to, Patrick Mahomes is a difference maker. He will find a winning condition in a game, and he'll make it happen. He's done it time and time again. That was Brady-esque, like Tom Brady just had a great football mind, even though it's fucking Brady. Great football mind. He found out in games how to win, where less elite QBs couldn't. I see the same thing in Patrick. Defense is good. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Well, I'm not excited to see them play because I don't want them to to have continued success. Raiders, probably. I'll put him C. I mean, they still have Devontae Adams. Minshew's throwing for him, leading QB. I don't hate Minshew. I root for the guy. I just don't think he's. I think he's a very mid quarterback. I don't really know much about the Raiders. I don't want to shit on them though. Another mid team, Chargers. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Speaking of mid, Cowboys, I'm gonna throw in there. Cowboys, same thing as the Dolphins, and I'll even put them right next to the Dolphins. They beat up on lesser teams. They find BS wins sometimes. Their whole team is Lamar Jackson. They fall apart in the playoffs. I think they'll come in second in the NFC East. But yeah. Giants probably gonna be around here. They lost Saquon. I want them to succeed. I really do. They I think I added a piece or two to their offensive line. I don't know too much about the Giants. Malik Neighbors could be elite. Who fucking knows? Danny Dimes, he's healthy. If they could protect him, maybe they could put something together. But he's not. The only success he's had, he's done running the ball, right? So I don't know. It seems like a sad day to be a Giants fan, rightfully so. So yeah, moving on to the Eagles. I can't put these two next to each other. I'll put them here in B tier. Their season crumbled last year. I don't love Jalen Hurts. I don't love Jalen Hurts. You know, they had Fletcher Cox retire. Um, they had Kelsey retire. They their secondary had injuries last season. They were 10-1, and they just crumbled. And before that, that one loss was to the Jets. Like, I don't think their success. I think their success was like almost overrated. Like, they lost to the Jets last year, and then their whole season fell apart. They still made it to the playoffs, and then they lost that. I think they'll win the NFC East because I don't think it's a strong division. Um, but time will tell. Time will tell. I'm not sure. Um, I think they're good. I don't think they're going all the way. I could see them getting past in their first round of the playoffs, potentially. Um, but I don't expect big things from them. The commies, the Commanders, probably gonna put them in D tier. They're cursed. They're bad. They suck. I like some of the additions they've made. Like I mentioned before, Noah Brown's a wide receiver 3. They have a rookie QB. Hopefully they could do some stuff. It is another team that they've been bad. The last time they've been good is the 90s. But it's not where, haha, funny joke, because it's the Cowboys. It's, oh, come on. Like, I kind of want to see like a little bit of success from them. Not even a playoff win. Or not even making the playoffs. Just having a mid-season. Like, that would be a win in a lot of Commanders fans' books. Now that Dan Snyder's gone, maybe that'll happen. Who knows? Bears are going to be mid. And I'm a Bears fan. Their ceiling is getting out in the first, making the playoffs, losing the wild card. I think that's their ceiling. I think they're going to do that, and I hope they do that. At the end of the day, they're a mid team. They're unproven. Caleb, probably not a bust, but you never know. He's never played with the big boys yet. I do love Roma Dunze, great addition. Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, I love. Hopefully, he could have a couple years with the same QB thrown to him, because he's just been tossed around, or not even tossed around, but he's had so many different QBs thrown at him throughout the years. And I think he's a really good receiver. Hopefully, they'll be good. I'm a Bears fan. I don't have faith in them. Like, and this is why I'm not going to be let down again. All right, but I am hopeful. Hopefully, it'll be good. S tier Lions. Yeah, I'd say S tier. I think they'll be a good team. I really do. Really looking forward to what they put together. They're a fun team to. Hey, I'm supposed to hate them, but I can't. Everyone deserves their day in the sun. I think this year might be the Lions' time to shine. I hope. As long as they're not playing against the Bears, I'll root for them. If they're playing against like the Chiefs or the 49ers in the Super Bowl, or not against the 49ers. Sorry, I'm a fucking idiot. They're playing against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, the Bengals, Texans, something like that. Like, I'll root for the Lions over any of those teams. NFC East Division, not NFC East Division. The NFC championship. If they're playing against almost any other team, I'm probably rooting for the Lions in that situation. Other than the Bears, of course. Moving on to Green Bay. I don't like Green Bay. I am not allowed to. I think they are above average. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm going to put them in the A tier. I think they're better than all of these teams, or at least they can have deeper playoff runs than all of these teams. They're a really young team, and they look pretty good. This might be the same situation as the Texans, where they could have, almost a sophomore slump, even though it's not really a sophomore slump, but you know what I mean. Like, young team did really well last year. They could slump. Hopefully not, though. Well, hopefully they do slump, rather. Vikings, man, that JJ McCarthy's. Look, the Vikings are not going to be. They have Sam Darnold thrown for them. Yeah, this team's going to lose their division. The Bears can always lose the division, but the Vikings are probably going to do it. Hot take. Falcons. I think they're very good. I almost want to put them in A tier. Bijan Robinson's nice. Kirk Cousins, I appreciate. Like, solid QB. Not elite, but a very good QB. Um, Kyle Pitts, he recently had a hamstring injury, but that should be a quick enough recovery, hopefully. I kind of think that they're like a dark horse. I'm sort of looking forward to seeing them play. Panthers, not going to put in the F tier. Not going to put in the F tier because I don't believe in anyone on the Panthers. I do believe in Dan Canales. I think that he turns quarterbacks around. You know, he's turned Geno Smith around. He's turned Baker Mayfield around. Like, is Bryce Young good at all? No. But Dan Canales makes up for that. So I'm not putting him the lowest. I'm not putting them in the lowest tier. They got fleeced by my Bears with a great trade. But yeah, simply for that reason, I think wide receiver one's Deontay Johnson. He came from the Steelers, but their situation could be worse. I don't think it's awful. I think it's just a bad all around situation. Who knows? They could make a rebuild quicker than you think. I don't know anything about the Saints. I'll put them in the C tier. Isn't Derek Carr throwing for them? Yeah, they're in the D tier. Bucks. Is Mike Evans still on the Bucks? If he is, I'll put them A tier. If he's not, they go B tier. Let me look that up real quick. Because yeah, he's super old, but he's still producing. Oh, he's only 31. People say a 31-year-old wide receiver is like grandpa, and it is, but it's not. You're not falling apart yet. Yeah, I'll put Bucks in the A tier. They did really well. Baker's sort of proven himself. A lot of media I've seen around him has been calling him like the cockroach, someone who never dies. Bounced around to different teams. Dan Canales brought him back. I think they have decent coaching down in Tampa Bay. I think they're a solid team. Are they going to go all the way? No. Can they win a game or two in the playoffs? I don't see why not. I really don't. I could see them getting to the NFC Championship and losing out to the Lions. Will that happen? Who knows? Cardinals. They were F tier last year. I don't think they'll be. Kyler Murray's untested. Hopefully he'll be good. I like Ertz. I think they drafted a stud wide receiver. I'm not sure. I just don't think they're going to be that awful. I would even put Cardinals in the mid tier. Honestly, I think they're better than a lot of the other teams on this list. Yeah, moving forward, I'm kind of hype on the Rams. Matt Stafford is a solid QB. Very good QB. He's old, but that doesn't matter. Puka, some young talent. Cooper Kupp, I think is going to be a big comeback here for him. I'm going to put him top. I'm going to put him in the A tier. Fuck it. Now I'm demonetized. But yeah, no, they're A tier. I think they'll string something crazy together. I really do. I mean, this might be my hot take for the video. You might say the whole list is fucking garbage, which it is, but hey, that's what I live for. Obviously, San Francisco is going to the S tier. Their offense is still great. Brock Purdy gets a lot of hate. Like, he has so much skill around him. Anyone could be a QB. Can they, though? Like, he has the job. If he wasn't good enough, he wouldn't have the job. If anyone could do it, he wouldn't have the job. Are they going to pay him? I don't know. I can't tell you that. I think he's an above average QB. He is a good QB. And he's proven himself. Yes, he has a lot of talent around him. But all that means is, hey, he's a good QB who works on a good team. Like, you can't say he's elite. Like, because, he hasn't had a he hasn't had nobody to throw to and no one super amazing in the skill positions around him and had success. He is everyone amazing. Everyone around him is amazing, and he's had success. He's good. Um, I think they're a good team. They have potential to go all the way. Like S tier is, I could very easily see these teams going to the Super Bowl. A tier is, I can see these teams have a decent chance of going to the Super Bowl. B tier is they have a chance of going to the Super Bowl. It's very small though, except the Cowboys. They're not in that. C tier is, hey, these teams can make the playoffs. D tier is these teams can. They're not. They might not have a losing record. Then F tier is these teams need a rebuild or something crazy bad has happened to them, with injuries and things like that. Oh, Seahawks, mid. Yeah, that should wrap up our list. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. Excited for the NFL. Yeah.